Hello.
Just да, пишешь, дай мне.
Okay.
Yeah, don't think it will work at all.
It's a microphone.
No, microphone works. Microphone is the only thing that is working.
There's someone already joined.
Yeah, they are listening to this amazing talk of ours discussing.
Hello, Karen.
Hi, hello.
Where's
Oh yeah, can you put on the volume because then we can hear
all right. So bad.
volume.
Okay.
What if wait, if your volume is off then because the microphone is from there, so this speaker cannot use. So I guess put your laptop to the maximum volume.
Yeah, I did that. I also am streaming, but I cannot find this, which is even more fun.
I'm not sure if we can hear well with the laptop.
I don't know. I cannot find the. Oh, I know it. Where is the crap thingy? Where can I put the link? Once again, wants to be to check that. Let's just don't do that. Let's do that. We'll figure it out later. Yeah, I think it's too much happening. Much stuff. But okay.
So much space. Like, can it make such difference?
No, it was-
The things that people talk on Zoom, I can't really hear.
Okay, let's just skip the whole thing. It doesn't work. It works. Actually works, and we are live.
Oh, nice.
Can I hear it?
Yeah. Seems like there's
Oh yeah, because it's streaming.
Hello. How's it going?
Good. Thank you.
Okay, this link has to go somewhere. I don't know where to, but at least this works. So I'll also record this.
Can Anna's laptop connect to a speaker?
Yeah, definitely.
People will be able to come out here.
See how this will work.
There's a plug.
Yeah, I know.
It's 2:00.
Hi.
Hello.
That is terribly bad.
Sometimes I post something and
Okay.
I the bio or
Okay,
the description, and then I'm like,
Okay, so you have
Okay,
one.
so you have one.
Then I think we'll have
Then I
one
think
for
we'll have
people
one
to
for people
talk
to talk
when they
to,
present.
when they present in there.
What should you have to make a post probably on One Design feed with the link to YouTube and say something.
not previously, but
Okay, I will do that. Does this work?
Is the speaker on?
Well, I plugged it in.
Right.
Sounds really bad. Well, when speaking, it should be good.
Oh.
Yeah, when you talk, it's fine.
Oh.
Yeah, now you can hear it because these are surprisingly good quality. So it might actually work out. Looks like we have. So this all works. Semi.
But I don't know, like, if we can hear the people on Zoom talking well yet.
We should. Let me. Can you place your computer? Like, because otherwise they need to see you probably speaking. They would be like.
It can't go that
No,
far.
it cannot. So do you present there then? I can just turn things. Doesn't matter. It does matter. It's not working. Okay. It actually works perfect. Like, check this out. You can see yourself there. This is on YouTube. It's supposed to.
Uh,
Now I will check it. Here, everything is fine. Now we go. All right. Can somebody who's all in Teams speak for a bit, for a second?
Zoom.
It's on Zoom.
Hi. Yes, we can look in the field presentation and
Okay.
Anastasia.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. We fixed everything. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay, it works.
Yes, so everything's
It
ready.
works.
Yeah.
Does it? Oh, my God. Okay, it works.
It's not people, not everybody here yet in person.
Oh,
Okay.
we can wait for like 2 more minutes, but otherwise,
Yeah.
we managed. Yes. So yeah, we should be hearing from your thingy and from all the people who decide to speak.
Yeah.
On there. So that should work. And here it is called me. Yeah, it looks fine. You can see yourself. No, it's there. The camera is there. This is only for like.
Let's start at 2:10. Still waiting for a few people to arrive in person.
It's me. Can I have my gluten-free options? Thank you.
Wait, shit.
Well, I decided to.
Yeah.
That's so sweet. I don't think, like, it's A4.
Is
but
Nina
then
here?
I ended up thinking I would rather.
Yeah, she's. Well, I see.
Okay. Yes.
The sound is terrible.
Yes, because when she speaks, then we need to make sure the sound's fine.
Yeah.
Is this? I don't know how this works.
So, can somebody from Zoom speak a bit for a bit?
Testing. Does it work?
Yeah, it works perfect.
Anyway,
Thank you very
nice.
much.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, now it definitely works.
Like if before there was confusion. Now
Everything's plugged in. Because there's a person standing there, and then so this one is going to YouTube for later usage, and Teams people will see that you know so much stuff may be happening or maybe not.
Say hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hello.
Comes a little late.
Hi. It's nice to see all of you.
I see nobody else is coming. That's all of the 20 people that we got.
We have now 19 people online.
Oh shit, that's
Yes. So, okay. Let's wait for the last 3 minutes. Then if nobody's coming, then we will just start.
No worries, we are waiting just for you. Maybe for someone. Double checking if this works. Yeah.
Check. Did you share the link on?
Yeah, here you are. You
Okay.
went away, but you were there first.
Okay.
So
Cool.
very good. What are you? What can I do with you? Okay. There's like. Yeah, everything
Yes.
works. You know, this is.
Oh,
this
that
one
one.
is not working yet. It will be working when you will be talking. Surprise, surprise. What is this? Okay. What? It connects to the receiver that is plugged in that computer. So that computer gives us sound, this computer gives us video, and this computer kind of ties it all together. So you know, it cannot be too many computers here. Yeah, but the charging. No, the charging one. It's
I think we can start. Now it's like 2
yeah,
10
let's
already.
go.
Hello, everyone here in person and also everybody on Zoom. Can everybody hear us well? Especially people on Zoom.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. So welcome to our first Creatives Lab market prep workshop. And my name is Wen, and I'm from Fun Design, as you know. And if you don't know a lot about Fun Design yet, don't worry. We will have a freezing screen. We will have a short introduction of ourselves, and then later we will have a big workshop and discussion session. And at the end, we will have some. Oh yes. And at the end, we will have some free time just for you to chat with each other and then networking. So during the workshop, please feel free to interrupt if you have any ideas or if you have any questions. And people on the Zoom, you can also open your microphone or text your questions in the chat, and we will answer those questions as well. So yeah, we are Fun Design, and we were used previously called ArtMove, and we were funded in 2022 at Aldo University. So we started as a student project, and we continue until now today. So why did we start Fun Design? Because we are artists and designers ourselves. So we really understand it's really hard to sustain a creative career. So we want to help people like us who is struggling in their creative career, and then create a space where that artists can showcase their work and connect with art lovers and build a sustainable career. I think somebody is coming. Yeah, so basically our work focus on these three main areas. The first is the online marketplace, which is on fundesign.v, where you can open your online art store and sell your products without any monthly fees. So it's really beginner friendly if you just started your career. And then is we organize our own events. We have a few fun design markets coming in a year, and the next one is coming coming in 2 weeks on 8th of March in the Ready Shopping Center. And there will be a few more coming during this year as well. And then of course, the Creatives Lab, like today, this is the first one, and there will be more like workshop and events that help artists to learn and get knowledge about how to start and operate a creative career business. And there will be more events coming in the future. Yeah, and then lastly, we are also a community. We have an artist network where all the Fun Design members are invited into our Telegram group chat, and we share important information about all the opportunities and events in Finland and support each other. And we also collaborate with many other partners. So we also help our artists to get opportunities to participate in other events as well. Yes, so today it has me, Wen here, and then Nikita here, and then Anna here today. And we also have Richard and Anna. They are not here today, but you will meet all of us on at the Fun Design Market Day. So yeah, so a lot about ourselves, then let's talk a bit about you. So maybe everybody can have like share your name, and then if you have artist name, which is different, you can say your name and your artist name, and then just one sentence, what kind of art or design you do. So very shortly. Maybe in person first. Wait a second. I think we can also like we can start as well, because we also do like art and stuff. People might want to know. Yeah.
But I already
Okay, yeah, so yeah, again, I'm Wen, and my artist name is Tomato Wen, and I do digital illustrations about black cats and cute stuff. And then
I am Nikita. I hope you can hear me. I do rugs, not drugs.
Rugs.
Hi everyone, I'm Julian. I do many things, but for one of them, maybe for this context, using birchwood, plywood, and laser cutting and engraving.
Hello, my name is Sophie, and I just a new member for this group. So we paint a watercolor and wash, and now I also make like paper dolls. It's follow a kimono style.
okay, oh,
Hello, my name is Anne. I'm the artist behind Vanilla Studio, and I make art and craft. I do processing and all stuff about.
Hello, my name is Tinia. I'm Skelly Crochetti. I do amigurumi and wearables and everything crochet pretty much, but in a spooky tone.
Hello, I'm Chi, and my artist name is Yeye. I do illustrations.
Hello, I'm Amelia. I do as well many things, but one of them is jewelry design, and I'm very fresh member of first time in Fun Design.
Thank you.
Hello, my name is Anna and I do rugs and candles.
Thank you. And
Sorry.
Hello everyone, my name is Anne, artist name Anne Art Finland, and I work with different mediums, glass, ceramics, metal, jewelry, you name it.
thank
Okay.
you. And
Hello, I'm Alto Design, and I also have an illustration account called the YB, so both are mine. And at Alto Design Studio, I make handmade jewelries mainly. Yes, and I draw a lot of cats. Yes.
yes, thank you everyone. And how about anybody on Zoom?
Yes, hello. My name is Karen. My brand is Geraldine Design. We create beautiful resin jewelry from preservative with flowers in silver and gold plating. So, and I am new here also. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen.
Raphael.
Yes, and Raphael here. Hey guys, I'm Raphael. I'm a traditional painter, painting landscapes, figurates, and portraits and animals.
Hello, my name is Natalie, and I'm the co-founder of the Design Corner brand. And I do some illustrations, like watercolor illustrations, digital as well, some cards, bookmarks, and other stuff. And I also do to paint on the faces, face painting.
I think I can go next. I'm Nina. I operate under the name of Shinon Art, online and at events. And I'm an illustrator and I specialize in animals and creatures, and I do my works in traditional and digital medias.
Yes, thank you, Lina. And anyone else? There are so many people here.
I can go. I'm Jasmine. My brand name is Keukorot. I specialize in am I? Yeah, okay. Sorry. I specialize in kutestimali or shrink plastic jewelry, and as well as like royal core themes. Neat.
Yes. Thank you so much, Jasmine.
I guess I can go next. So my name is Miley. My brand name is The Crochet Maid. I do mostly crocheting, cute stuff, and hair accessory.
Yes.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, I'm Arita, and my brand name is Carnivore, and I make wearable art of upcycled materials. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, I will try. My name is Maria, and I do sculpture and jewelry. And during 8th of March, I will be running jewelry workshop under the brand name You Deserve It.
Thank you, Maria.
Hello, I'm Phượng Nguyễn from Poo Poo Station. I create colorful and handmade punch needle accessories like mug rugs, keychains, pins, and more. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I think I can go next. Hi everyone, this is Nikita, and my artist name is Nikki Draws. So I usually do meditative mandala art frames. So this is basically something I do it on with my own hands without any base. So I can show you one example maybe which I'm doing right now. So yeah, I think I'll see you all soon in the fun design market. Nice to meet you all.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm Erika, originally from Japan, and I'm a graphic designer, and I make posters, postcards by silkscreen and woodcut print. I'm so excited to join the design market in 2 weeks. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Erika. Anybody else? Has everybody introduced already? Okay. Am I sharing the screen? Mm. For some reason, the screen is not sharing.
It's just application.
Is it
Don't click on the application.
this here?
Yeah.
I click, but then nothing happens.
No. Dude. Yeah. No. Well, we won't see the presentation today, I guess.
No, can you guys see the presentation?
Hey, guys on Teams.
Yes,
please.
yes,
Oh,
yes.
Oh,
we
they
can
can
see.
see.
It's
actually.
laggy, but yeah.
Oh, okay, okay.
Well, it should stop lagging, probably.
Okay. Okay. So now it should be fine. Yeah, so let's continue with the workshop and discussion section. And today we have a special guest, Shino Art, Nina, who will share her learning and experience with going to a market to sell her products. So let's welcome Shino.
Hello again. I hope you remember me from a couple of minutes ago. So I prepared a little bit of a presentation, how to prepare for an art market, because I have a lot of experience of going to different events to sell my artwork. And I was asked if I could share some tips and tricks on how to prepare for art markets. And I thought it would be nice to like share it in person so I can dive in more in depth into the things. And if you have any questions later on, you feel free to ask me. So I tried to approach this as there are no stupid questions and nothing is too obvious in a way. So if there is something that you think is like, of course I know this, don't get frustrated. These are like things that are the easiest to overlook, like the basic things are easiest to forget. So I hope that for people who are just starting out, this offers some new info and like a nice basis on how to start. And for more experienced vendors, I hope there might be something new or something that needs refreshing. So yeah, as said, my background, I operate under the name of Shino Art, and I have started going to events since 2008. That's a while ago, and let's not think about the passage of time. That's a long time ago. But yeah, I have experience of different conventions, all like across anime, RPG, sci-fi, pop culture, and even like some regular art markets, book fairs, and medieval festivals. So I have done a lot of things, and I also am going to attend my first ever convention abroad this year. So that's going to be a new experience for me. We can go to the next slide. So I assembled a little bit of a tips on how to prepare for an event. So of course, planning ahead is very, very important, especially if you're starting out and you don't necessarily have like an understanding of how things might work at a market. So if you can prepare ahead of time, make your plans for your table display and whatnot, it's going to save you time and some nerves at the actual venue. So you usually get the dimensions of the table you're renting, or if you bring your own table, you can like make a test setup at home, on the floor, on the table, wherever you can fit it, or you can just like draft it on paper as seen as in the little photo I included. That's how my plans usually look. So it doesn't tell you anything, but I know what's happening. So this is going to make it a lot more efficient for you to actually assemble your display and set up at the venue. So you don't need to like figure out those things while you are there, because scarce time where you like prepare and set up your table is scarce at the venue itself, so it saves time. Take notes and photos of your plan so you can just follow sort of instructions for yourself. And if it seems at the venue your plan doesn't work out, don't panic, improvise something. Nobody else is going to know what you originally planned. So if something doesn't work out the way you wanted it to, it's fine. No one will know. And to make packing a lot more easier, I would advise creating some sort of like a checklist of what to bring so you don't accidentally forget anything. So as you are packing your things, you can check them off of your list just to make sure that it's with you. And one thing that is easy to overlook, don't save everything for the last minute. Try to sleep well because our events can be quite taxing physically and mentally. So getting a good night's sleep is very important because sitting or standing at a location for a day or two is quite tough on the body. So you want to be at your best performance. We can go to the next slide. And here is my personal go-to list of what I bring. This might look different for you. You know your artwork and your stuff best. So you might take things from here or add some things, remove some things, whatever. But this is what I usually bring with me. So a tablecloth, very important. It creates a nice cohesive look to your table and also protects the table if it's a rental one, protects from possible scratches and whatnot. And also if you want to like store your luggage, boxes, stuff like that under the tablecloth is going to like cover them. So the customers don't need to look at your cartwheels and whatnot. And the tablecloth can be any piece of fabric that has the right dimensions. So it can be a curtain, it can be a scrap piece of fabric you find at the flea market or bed sheets, anything goes. Then your display racks, this can be whatever you feel suitable. Some kind of envelopes or bags just for the products. So when somebody buys something from you, it's nice to give it in some sort of packaging just to protect it, like for example, prints or stickers or whatnot. It's nice to give like an envelope or a clear plastic bag so it doesn't get like damaged on the way home. Some people might not want it, so it's like nice to ask like if you want an envelope or something like that. So that's an option. And for 3D items, bags are handier. Pen and paper is a thing that I forget the most. You will definitely need it for something, I'm sure. Scissors, that's quite obvious. Tape, very useful. Zip ties might not be useful for me, but for you, but for me, it's like one of the go-to, like if I need to improvise something for my display, zip ties are usually a lifesaver. Paper clamps, very useful for like hanging prints or price tags or whatnot. A trash bag, let's keep the venue clean. This is going to really save time when you're disassembling your booth or table, when everything is already like trashed in a bag. Hand disinfectant, very obvious. We are living in the flu season. I feel like we're always living in the flu season, and money is dirty, so that's very important. Tissues, very self-explanatory. Snacks, bring something that is easy to eat and doesn't require like cutlery or something or any refrigerating or anything. So nuts, muesli bars, whatever you want to eat. Water, very important to keep hydrated so you don't get woozy. A first aid kit can be very basic, like just some band-aids or painkillers, can be very useful. Then a business cards or some kind of a sign with your artist name or handle or QR code to your socials or links. For beginners, business cards might be a bit of an investment, so I can understand that that's not something you might want to put your money into. I probably personally rather put that into the products themselves or nice display items. Or if you want to reduce waste, you don't need to do business cards. A sign on your table that just has your name and a QR code or website or whatever is very, very useful. Then enough change, and I think the bare minimum is enough change to break 2 50-euro bills, because there will be people who come to your table and they have gotten their entire art market budget from a bankomat, and it's usually a 50-euro bill, and they come to your table and they're like, I want one sticker, here's the 50-euro bill. And the reason I say two 50-euro bills is that because it has happened that 2 people in a row almost have come to my table and been like, I want to buy this small thing, but I have this big bill. So you want to be prepared for that. And as an alternative to cash, bring a card reader or mobile pay code, depending on what you have. Bring your price tags. Personally, I find that price tags are more useful than a price list because people don't necessarily understand like what a specific item on a list is referring to if it's like not even close to the actual list. So I find it's more clear and easier to understand if you have a label and a price tag that is either on the product if possible or next to the product, so people can more easily like understand like what this is and how much is it. Then some kind of inventory list is useful for everybody just to keep track on best-selling items and just like have an idea on what is selling, if you need to restock for a later event or just if you want data on what is popular. It can be just an Excel sheet printed out or just like a handwritten list, whatever works best for you. But especially for beginners, I think this is a very useful idea to have with you because you don't necessarily have any sort of data on what is selling, what kind of items people want to buy from you. So this is a good like future reference for you. And for cash, bring some kind of secure box that has a lock or a waiter wallet or something, so your cash is safe and at hand and is less easy to snatch. And then a power bank, even if you don't have a card reader, a power bank is very useful for your tablet or phone or whatever. And of course, the cat is non-negotiable, but he will pack himself without fail every time, so don't need to worry about that one. We can go to the next one. And I know that the next market is in just a couple of weeks, so we might not have enough time to make any big orders at this point. But here are like some places and some tips on where to get your items produced or your display racks. So if you need it quickly, if you need it for like the market in a couple of weeks, you can find lots of cool things from IKEA, Clas Ohlson, Tokmanni Mini, Mini Money, flea markets. Flea markets are great because they sometimes have like really cool little boxes and stuff that make your table more unique and personal. But for future events that have like a longer turnaround time, Amazon, AliExpress, what have you, these have like great options for different kinds of display items. And Lohikari is a Finnish company that specializes in kind of like display items. It's a bit on a pricier side, but they have cool stands and such. And then packaging materials like envelopes, plastic bags, paper bags, you can find at grocery stores, bookstores. Sometimes even flea markets have like small batches of envelopes for a very low price, so keep an eye on those. Napakka and also Pakkaustukku are Finnish companies who specialize in packaging materials, and they usually have quite high order quantities. So if you only need a few, that might not be the best option. But if you want to like split with someone who also needs like say cardboard envelopes, you can make like a group order and just split the stack of envelopes with each other. I think as for products, the quickest turnaround is with any kind of print products such as stickers, postcards, prints, and usually you can get these at a very like short turnaround time at local print shops. And especially if you're like starting out as an artist selling your art at markets, I think it's easier to collaborate with local print shops because you can go there in person and you can see the different paper qualities they have, see what fits you. And also if you don't have experience in like editing your artwork in a way that turns out good on a print, you can like ask them to do artist proofs. So you can like see if you need to adjust anything before making like a huge order. It's not very nice to receive a stack of prints that don't look good. So that's a very good tip. I don't personally know any like print shops in the capital area because I live elsewhere, but if you know anyone else who has done prints, ask them for recommendations on print shops. And for other merch, such as the keychains here or anything more specified, I can recommend like Sticker app for stickers. Pretty Good Stickers also does great stickers. Zap Creatives does stickers, sticker sheets, pins, keychains, magnets, that kind of small stuff. Paw Print Merchandise does all kinds of like various things. These all are based in Europe, so the turnaround time, shipping time is a little bit like shorter. Vogue is based in China, but they have a like vast array of different items. And if you like are looking into getting just a small batch of these items, it might be beneficial to organize some like group orders. If you know anyone else who would be interested in, let's say, ordering keychains for the first time, but they don't want to like put a lot of money into it, just order a couple of pieces of a design, you might want to try to organize a group order so that either you can like just split the shipping costs, import taxes, or if you all are ordering the same kind of item, you might be able to get like a lower rate per item if you order larger quantities. We can go to the next one. And some other tips that I came up with. Suitcases are, in my opinion, the best way to transport your items, especially if you are reliant on public transport, because like lugging around a bunch of IKEA bags and boxes is a bit of a mess. Very important to take breaks during the event. If you have somebody with you at the table, a friend who can like watch over the table while you eat or take a break, that's great. But if you don't, you can ask your neighbor if they can like just watch over your table as you are like quickly running to the toilet and coming back. But don't be an asshole. Just don't leave them hanging there for 30 minutes or something. Just keep it brief. And honestly, like the most they can probably do is just like see that nothing gets stolen, or if a customer comes by and wants to buy something, your neighbor can be like, oh, they're taking a break, so they will be back in a few. That kind of stuff. And also, if you're like running out of change, you can ask your fellow vendors if they have any capability of breaking bigger bills for you. Some people are like just drowning in smaller bills and coins, so you might even be doing them a service. And then back to the mobile pay thingy, I would recommend using either a code or QR code and not like sharing your phone number. That might be obvious, but it's best to be safe and not dox yourself. And as for card readers, Zettle and SumUp are the popular ones that people are using. The only difference, I think, is that Zettle requires a VAT ID. So if you are a registered business, you can do either, but if you're not, SumUp is pretty much your only option. SumUp, while it doesn't require a VAT ID while you are registering to it, it's going to ask you like what your business is. But I think for that, it's enough to just like add your artist name or your own name and just like briefly describe like what you're doing, like selling crafts or arts or whatnot. And I think like overall, it's better to be over-prepared than under-prepared, because if you are missing something, it's going to be a bigger inconvenience than just lugging it around. But I think for beginners, it's maybe not worth it bringing a whole lot of stuff and investing in a lot of different products, because you don't know how it's going to sell. So it's definitely okay to start with very moderate amounts of things. I think if you're like manufacturing something like prints, charms, stickers, whatever have you, it's very good to like start with like just 5 or 10 of each, just to like see what is selling and what is not. But it's also good to keep in mind that events are different, the visitors are different. So one thing that might sell really well at one event might not sell that well in the second one, and vice versa. So you get like a better idea if you like attend multiple events that are like a little bit different from each other. Yeah, I think that's all of the points that I had. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll try my best to give some tips.
Thank you. So any questions here offline? Yes, there is a question. Do you want to go first? No? Yes? It will be second.
I just wanted to find out, well, thanks again for sharing all of this. Just wondering, have you had experience both with SumUp and Zettle?
No, I have been using Zettle only. I have been using it for like about a decade, but SumUp is very popular among like art vendors.
Okay.
Hello, thank you for sharing your valuable information. And may I ask that, do you think it is worth it to invest a printer at home? Because I do not want to like have back and forth interactions with any printing, whatever supplies, but do you think it's worth it that I invest something like 300, like not too high quality, but not trash either, just some kind of middle ranged price printer?
I think that's up to you. Like if you're willing to make that investment, like go ahead. I know a lot of people who are just starting out and they prefer to make their prints at home because they don't want large quantities of things. So I think that's definitely fine. I mostly manufacture all of my stuff elsewhere, but the only thing that I do at home is stickers, because I find that's just a lot easier for me. So like having a quality printer at home for prints or stickers or just like different kinds of like paper sheets you might need to print I think it's a good idea.
Thank you. May I ask more? Do you think that is printer like, if I also want to sell stickers, is it better, does sticker sales more or the postcard?
in my experience, I think stickers sell better because they are like small, easy to like just buy or stick it somewhere. I think they are like a more popular item. Postcards might be tricky because people might not have a need for sending postcards or any like wall space, but I think like small prints are generally easier to sell than bigger prints because people might have issues with like space at their home. They might not have enough space to display things, but I think stickers are definitely like a very good beginner product.
Okay, thank you. I think now I should buy a sticker printer, not a postcard printer.
Any more questions here offline? No. Okay, maybe then somebody on Teams has some questions. Let's hear those. It's Zoom, it's not Teams, my bad.
They're all the same.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I have a question about the size of the posters. You said that the bigger ones are like kind of harder to sell. What is like the approximate good sizes? Is it like A4, like A3, or what sizes are big or small?
I sell A3, A4, A5, and A6, and it really, I think it depends on the design. I think out of all those, if people want to buy a bigger print, A4 is like the default that usually sells well. A3, sometimes people really want a big poster. They want to decorate their home. So if you have a design that really looks good in A3, I think that's also a good idea. But like that's a good range.
Yeah, thank you.
Questions? Well, I guess not. Thank you, Nina, very much for your preparation.
welcome.
And okay, no, there is a question.
Chat.
There, no, one more question.
What is the
Oh,
best?
more questions, more questions.
Oh.
Let's go for one in the chat first, and then we'll go
Okay.
here offline.
So let's see, we have, what's the best place to buy display racks for art frames? At least I couldn't find what I wanted in IKEA Tokumami and use any suggestions. Art frames. Like you mean you have like a framed piece of art that you want to like display on your setup or something?
Yes, which is of A3 and A4 sizes, basically.
I personally, I have like found some from IKEA. Like it depends. Like if you have a very bulky frame, it might not work for that. But like if you have a print that is like has like backing cardboard or something, you can use these. I think they're called like plate racks or something like that. They're from IKEA. They are made of bamboo. I forgot the name of it, but I can quickly look it up for you, just to like see.
Yeah, you mean the dish racks, right?
Yeah, those ones.
Yeah, they do work.
But they are good for prints because people can browse them and you can like prop them up on your table.
Okay.
Art stores might also have like these, I think they're called like plate racks or something, where you can like just put like porcelain pieces for display. They're like this metallic A-shaped little items. So either of those might work. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, at least I have seen very few in IKEA, but it is not something bigger size for the A3 and A4. Yeah, maybe I'll just have a quick look again. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
I have another question.
Yeah, sure.
Also, you said like for beginner, it's good to prepare a moderate amount of products. So this was the tricky thing for me, how to like plan how much products will be enough for not to be too much, but on the other side, that the table doesn't look empty.
That probably depends on how many different designs you have. If you only have a few, it might be better to have a larger quantity of each design. But if you have a lot of designs, I think the good range is like 5 to 10 different ones.
Okay, thank you.
That is, yeah.
I still have a question, but I can also answer what that other girl was asking about frames. I was walking Class Olson the other day, and they have quite a good range of possible frames.
Yeah.
Ranging up to like more than a meter by, what is it, 60, 70 centimeters down to smaller frames. So I'd recommend that. But what was my question now? Something on the lines of just what have been some, yeah, that's right. The question that comes to mind is, from your experience of being at those markets, what about your after market selling, in the sense that you maybe didn't make any deals then, but maybe it led to something that was even more like a commissioned kind of thing, or so even just
yeah.
using the market as like a contact point, being
Yeah.
exposed, and your thoughts about that, and maybe some experiences.
Yeah, that's definitely, I think that's possible. Like people, if they see your work, they might ask you if you're like open for commissioned work, like if they want to get something that's like personalized, made by you. I definitely get a lot of queries, but whenever I like direct people to send me an email or stuff like that, I think the percentage of people who actually do that is quite low, but I have gotten some commission work by selling our events, so it's a possibility for sure. And sometimes like people who are maybe looking for illustrators for their game project or whatnot might be just browsing art markets, just like find a style that might suit them in their project.
Okay.
But yeah, in that sense, it's very good to have some kind of like a thing to hand people or point to the QR code that's on your table so people get your contact info, because when people go to art markets, they are like kind of like overwhelmed by all the artists who are there, so they might not remember you otherwise. So make yourself like easily found online.
Okay. And I don't know what comes to mind, but something about clothing appearance, like any suggestions or experiences in that way of how you present yourself, or how, like if you think of it, because you're a brand at the end of the day, you have to see yourself as a brand, and particularly from what I've learned from being in the space of like doing work and having my own toiminimi, the emphasis especially is, of course, what makes you memorable. So of course you can always say my art does the speaking for me, but at the end of the day, I think it's still about how the people engage with you and how they experience that. So have you tried to also consider sort of like a theme, in the sense of like a congruency between your art and like how you prepare and how you, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I definitely do consider that whenever I'm like dressing up for a convention. It depends on the event. Like for medieval festival, for example, I do have more props and more appropriate clothing. But for like regular indoor like art markets, I try to just like do like a business casual, something smart. I think my own personal clothing style kind of fits my brand in itself, and I have gotten like comments that I look like my art, so I think I'm doing something right. But yeah, I think that's also like a good thing to consider. And also like people might not always like understand that you behind the table are the artist who is like selling that stuff, and you also make it. So like if there is any way that makes that apparent to people, that people can make the connection that, hey, this art is made by this person, that's great, because they can understand better that it's made by a human.
And
I don't know if that answers your question, but yeah.
Yeah, no, that's great. That's cool.
Yeah.
Maybe you can just take back, if you don't mind, if you have time, others,
yeah,
like
sure.
your experience of your first market. What was that like for you?
At times were so wildly different back then. Like nowadays you have to send in applications and really like put in your best work, but back then you could just shoot them an email being like, hey, I'll be there, and the table cost was like €5. And back in the day, people didn't even use tablecloths, so people would just like bring their prints, smack them on the table, and that's it. It was very low effort. So like I have seen how the like art event, art market, artisanality thingy like has evolved. So it was like a very low key, very like low threshold thing. It was very easy to start back then. Now I think it's a little bit harder.
And like, where were you with your career or your work or your art focus at that first market? Like, the context, because then as you saw things evolving over time, how it's become more like structured or more competitive, or how would you describe it? But like I don't know where that really question is going, but yeah, just trying to make sense of like a bit more where you were at with your career and what role did going to the markets have an effect on your trajectory or your direction of work.
Yeah, I started as a hobbyist, and I did artist values and art markets as a hobby for a better part of like over 10 years, I guess, before I actually started taking it more seriously. And I started my own business about 4 years ago, and now I do it full time. And I think that my success at events and art markets has definitely been a big proponent to why I took the leap and started doing this full time. But the growth was very gradual, and there was like a lot of learning. I have like seen a lot of different events, so all that experience definitely caters to the possibility that I was able to do this kind of thing. But like I think it's also very good like to start very low key and as a hobbyist, because then you don't put that much pressure onto being successful, just doing it for fun. And I definitely still do it for fun, even though it is a big part of my business nowadays.
Okay, thank you. We have to proceed because we still have, unfortunately, time limit, but you may bother Nina on her Instagram. That's ShinonArt. Probably she will reply to you or not. Depends on her decisions. But thank you very much for preparing and for presenting. That's insane work. You basically left us, me and Ben, speechless because we were preparing and we removed like 90% of what we prepared. So yeah, thank you.
Sorry about that.
No worries, that happens. So now I'm gonna talk for a bit, for like about 7 minutes. We have to go through 12 slides, so we can do that. Let me be in the camera. Yes. Okay, so here are some more notes from us. It's Engsing and Tomatowan, Inkaruska, Pink Lettercat, Bongard, and people that replied on our polls on Instagram. So they're all artists. Let's go. So first of all, preparation. Basically, figure out who you're selling to. That's really important, so that you would know what to prepare. Then, well, once again, food and snacks, and also prepare well in advance. That's my problem because I typically prepare the day before the event, so I'm always forgetting stuff and not ready. Don't do that. I tried that. That is terrible. Then announce that you are coming on a social media. If you're a small artist, try to get collaborations for like posts, mentions, whatever, stories, mentions, everything works as long as you are seen there even before. So like market starts a couple of weeks before. For example, for Fun Design Market, we started about 3 weeks in advance. So send us a message, don't forget, and tag us, we'll repost. Yeah, and also the good one is practice answering clients' questions. So because they will be asking you some dumb stuff that like, what is this? And you have to have a good answer for that. And just be prepared that it will be asked over and over and over again during the same day. That's the thing that we've been through. Like, oh, is that a rug? Yes, it is. It's literally, I only sell rugs. So just be prepared. That will happen. Next, booth setup tips. We will be sharing the presentation so you don't have to screenshot it because that's a lot. Let's go real quickly. Vertical space, levels for products. If something is closer to the client, maybe they want to browse it, but if it's in the behind, then they cannot browse it, so present it as good as possible. So for example, clothing, try doing the good colors. If you have a brand colors, use those. Organize the products by color. So red stuff goes here, black stuff goes here. It just looks more natural. People they like that. Then maybe have a sales section. It's quite optional, but at least it works for me. I always have a sales section, and people really love to like, that's the good stuff I found from here, so I'm buying that. Really helps. Then invest in furniture. That's what Nina said a lot. So just, buy stuff or build stuff. Like I build stuff for myself. I build stuff for my wife. It may not look good, but it works, and it's really cheap, and I can do it in a night.
It's kind of weird way, but you can actually purchase this kind of laser cutting file from Etsy, and then you can laser cut a stand by yourself, and you don't need to know how to design this thing. maybe €5, you can purchase the file and then you can cut.
Yeah, good.
In Audi, you can cut.
Really nice that you have not added this, but you know. And also have like a free spot on your table so that some people might wanna, they like, imagine they took like 10 stickers of you and some other stuff and some prints and they want to buy it, but they have nowhere to place it. So have a like a free spot, free corner might be working for them because they will place it and give you the money. And in the end, you know, money is really cool. Next is controversial. I have no idea how to work on that because limited selection of products or huge selection of products. It's really hard to decide because with selected, you kind of like going all in, but they're well seen. With huge selection, people will browse through. You will see because we done a poll and there's like total people vote for different stuff. They don't know what they want. So probably just test what works for you. Oh, 3 minutes. So sale techniques and communication. Like discounts, should we use them or should we not? Really problematic stuff. I would not use discount until it's the last step of the thing. Like maybe an hour before the thing ends, then you go for discounts because competing with the price is really hard. Also, you will be making less. It's not that you will be selling more. That's problematic. Better thing, I worked in a sales for quite a long time. Gifts is a better thing. So for example, person buys 2 big prints from you, gets a small sticker as a gift. It's not a problem. It's much better than the discount. Everybody's happy. You sold more, you got the same money, person got a gift. Everybody wins. I don't think that's really helpful. Okay, we can continue. So yeah, try not to compete with the price. Have some kind of story behind your works so you can tell people about them, guide them through whatever you have. As we are speaking English now, don't be afraid to speak Finnish. Finnish people somehow love when you try that. Even if you're really bad, that's my personal experience. And now the big one is there's many different ways to handle customer service, but I personally prefer matching the customer's energy. If customer seems shy, avoids eye contact, I give them space to browse in peace. But with the more talkative customers, I can tell them more about the products. That's an extra tip from a professional seller. It's from Inka Ruska. Yeah, she's good. Well, Inka Ruska, she's like an illustrator. Yeah, you don't know, but trust me.
I can share also like on this what I can like see if they want to stay. So if their body is facing like away direction, then you don't need to like really like try to talk. If they are facing you, and especially if they start touching, then you can like start to like maybe say a bit more. But you can like easily see from their like body language.
Yes, 2 minutes. Marketing and branding. Build a branding identity. Well, if you're just starting, just go with black and white. Black and white is all black and whatever, white and like red. It always works. Just don't get too much thinking of that. You will get there eventually. I still haven't gotten there in like 3 years, so no worried. Then it's Sven's idea of building a marketing plan. If you're just starting, maybe just post stuff. That's already good. Follow the trends really hard, but maybe that works. Also, it's Sven's suggestion.
Yeah. Add a bit.
2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Yeah. So if you like see like really trending like Instagram videos, usually there's like you can also like use these templates. So basically you just click that use this template and you put your own like material in there, and it's like really quick and it could be very easy to follow.
Yes. Well, you will read that after. Well, prices. Make the prices shown. So like people they don't really want to ask you. They don't really want to talk to you maybe. But if they see like a good price, they will buy without talking. Extra tips. That's a controversial one, obviously, but there is one that is really resonating with me. Some people will not like what you're selling, and they will tell you about that. Be prepared. That happened to me so many times. They didn't like my pricing. They didn't like my style. That's fine. You're not like, nobody will not. You got the idea. Next, drink and eat. So your mood wouldn't get bad. Wear comfortable clothes. That's your suggestion, right? That is really, really good one, because on the first market I've ever went, I went in a terrible shoes. So that was awful. For the second day, I came in Crocs, the best day of my life. Don't price yourself too cheap. So don't go for those quick cash, does not really matter. Think positive and help other sellers. Well, that's self-explanatory. And well, I mentioned that a bit, don't be afraid to play around with the price. So if you're just starting, you can start with like, I don't know, 20 euro in the beginning of the day, and then lower it until you see that people become interested. I did that. That really helped me a lot because I was selling everything for 25, but then I started at 10 and I just sold out. Next event, I sold for 15, and 15 is like working for me because people buy, but I'm just not always sold out, and I kind of get more money anyway than selling for 10. Anything to add? There is some chat message. Okay. Need to run now. There's some recommendation about a printer. You should probably read that. And I need to run now. Okay, we will be sharing the presentation, so you will see what's up in there. But thank you for attending at least some point. Yeah, Nina is Sunny. She's on fire, still continuing, can't stop. Thank you very much once again for supporting. So, oh, I don't know how to close this. I don't. Okay. No, come on, go back. How do I go back? It doesn't go back anymore. It only goes, thank you. Well, you know. So any questions from here or teams? That's good. Then we can just continue. Yeah. Yeah, true. Just, you know. Okay, thank you. Yes. Okay, so no questions, nothing to add. I was hoping actually that you would have something to add, so I prepared myself. So I will still talk, although we are over time, but I hope you're fine. So less networking, but more listening to my voice. What a dream. So for example, for me, what I found helping my wife to sell her candles is that I emotionally attach myself to one of the products. Like, for example, she forces me to smell all of her candles that she makes, which is like quite normal since I'm a unpaid employee. And there is one coffee one that I really like, and I feel that everybody should be smelling it on the daily basis. So when she sells and I come around and people are browsing, I tell them like, this one is really good because I'm smelling it in my studio every time I fire it. It's really good, and people, they really buy that, they buy the candle because that's kind of like an emotional attachment that really helps to open them up. And then they might not buy this one, but they at least will remember that you talked with them honest. So for example, well, that's the thing that works for me. It's really hard to do with your own products because they're all the best, obviously, but still try to have at least one of them that you can kind of recommend, because also what would you recommend is the question that you will be hearing from time to time. And now we also did a poll on fund design market, so you would at least know what kind of clients you will be tackling. I cannot switch the page anymore. It stopped working again. Okay, so I will share with you from my mind. There was basically take business cards. People really want business cards. They want to connect with you. Like you can see it down in the right corner. So people will take business cards if they want you answering your question. They might actually get back to you later and order stuff. That happened to me like once. So, you know, still 100%. Then how many items should be on display? A huge variety to spend time browsing, or a bit less, better arranged? But on the next slide, I'm going to show you that we asked how many items should be, and most of the people said not many. So nobody knows. It just whatever works for you. Probably test it out. How should the seller act? Say hi and be available if need help. That's the best. Probably 70% of people said that. And how much they will spend in fund design market is basically from 5 to 25 euros. So try to have the most of your items in that price range. Obviously, stickers for 3 euros, everybody needs those. But going for something for 100 you may get disappointed because you will not sell that. Still worth a try. I every time bring something for 500, you know, because if I sell that, that is good. I cannot really still be showing the next slides. So let me get a help. Okay, so notes that people left. Clearly presented items, not too many. As you can see, totally contradicts the previous voting, bring many. high quality products, not Temu, AliExpress like. So maybe try it being, you know, good looking. Like, obviously don't bring cheap crap, but nobody does cheap crap, but just think of it. I also think there's one tip missing is packaging. Packaging means a lot. I've seen some terrible packaging. I did that. I see that in my business. So now I spend a lot of time thinking what kind of each rug, how it will be prepared. And I feel that it's like a kind of an end result when you're selling something, that you give them something that really is worth their while. So the box is fitting, the stickers are good. I hope that makes sense. So then enough place to go through the products, not too crowded. So do not cram a lot of products. Clear pricing once again. And there was one, if the seller is talking, I'm leaving. So also that might happen. So be really look at the people. Finally, oh yeah, that works. Thank you. Thank everybody who gave us notes, who participated. Thank you for all of you who are here online or offline. That's it. And when once.
I think for people on Zoom, it would be a good idea to share your Instagram link in the chat so you can like check out each other's products, art. You know, maybe you can like have some collaborations later or make some friends.
Oh, okay. The microphone disassembled, but it still works. So, well, now the offline networking will start, but I'm not sure how we will do it with Zoom or Teams. So
any question they can ask, or you can just
let's
after everybody.
Yeah, if you have any questions, you can ask me or when she's right here nearby. Makes sense. See ya. Okay. Well, after answering all these questions, I think we are done. We have some.
Oh yeah, I see the here.
Okay. Okay, then thank you very much for attending. I hope that was nice. We will be sending the form for feedback. Will we?
And we will share the slides.
And we will share the slides.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you have some notes on how it was like amazingly presented, please tell us. So we will do more of those. And if you have some things we should be covering,
in the
because
future.
yeah, this kind of might seem natural because the market is coming. So maybe some of you found some tips. And if not, yeah, see ya. We'll proceed with networking and we'll be answering your questions. Oh, it was not a question. Okay, we will not be answering any questions. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm off then. We're off. I will leave the Teams probably on, so you could still share the stuff for a couple of minutes, right?
Yeah.
Good. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.